So, what's up guys? It's Mike's Way back with another video today, and today we are back playing Pixelmon. It's a custom survival. I mean, as the title of this video is going to be saying, it's story time in Pixelmon. And I might make this a series if y'all enjoy it. I don't know. Just depends on how well the community takes this. So, as everybody knows, well, not really everybody, I'm a correctional officer. I work in prisons and all that good stuff. And I've seen a lot of stuff. Okay, well, this goes back to one of the most recent stories. So, there's a unit, and it's maximum security. We're gonna name it, the Helios unit. That's what we're gonna name it. So I don't actually let off the unit name. It's going to be called Helios. Well, here at Helios, they send you over here. My unit especially, where I work at, they send you over here to help them out when they're short-staffed. Well, I've been over there a few times. I have plenty of stories with being over at this unit, at this Helios unit. Needless to say, I've never had good stories come out of this unit. This unit has always been bad, and probably always will be. It's a rough unit. But the last time I went, which was this past time, I went over to help them. Me and another fellow officer. We went out, helped them a little bit. And from that point, we got separated, and we were working on a different unit, apart from each other. Which, you know, is cool and all that junk, and yada yada. That doesn't really bother me. Well, what does bother me is being treated like I am the prisoner. They put me in a box and left me there for 9 straight hours. And proceeded to, whenever I started actually freaking out because I'm not good with solitary confinement, they started against the policy, if I'm not mistaken, you're not supposed to have a red dot laser that you can use on anybody. I think that's just against policy because it makes you complacent, and you're not supposed to be joking and stuff like that inside of a big unit like that. Well, they did. And they started lasering me, and I got very upset. It upset me because it bothered me so bad. Because I was just trapped in there. And I couldn't do nothing. I mean, like, I was stuck. Like, stuck. There was no hope for me. So I started freaking out. I was like, let me out, because I can't do this. It's crazy up in here, and I don't like it. Well, they wanted to be like, no, you ain't coming out, and da-da-da-da-da. Basically holding me inside that stinking picket box 20 foot in the air. Needless to say, for 9 straight hours. I couldn't get out. I was trapped. There was no way me doing anything with it. I mean, like, I was stuck. Well, it comes to my attention, I do not have a working phone inside that box. Inside my picket. So I can't call nobody to tell them, hey, what's going on? Or anything like that. So I'm stuck there. And from that point, what else can I do? I'm stuck. There's no helping me in there. There's nothing. Well, the other officer, she starts calling around, trying to figure out why in the world they won't let us go home. Well, from that point, they weren't gonna let us go home because our bosses or our unit didn't send reliefs or anybody to come and relieve us. They weren't gonna let us go home. They were gonna keep us there until like 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, they had us imprisoned at this unit. And from that point, we were just stuck. Well, It became count time, where you do you count how many living, breathing bodies. You count the people that are, alive and all this stuff. Not a single person came into that wing or that pod that I was in to count. No one. And I was like, well, that's weird. If they call count, normally there's somebody over here to, count. Not a soul. I didn't see nobody for almost 9 straight hours, except for 2 inmates that came and, were cleaning inside of a G5 pod. G5, inside of a max unit like that, they don't come out the cell. It's a 2-man cell, and they're just sitting there. Nothing's going on. They just sit there. Well, from that point, I don't see nobody. I don't see no inmates. I don't see nobody. I don't see anybody. So I start freaking out. I don't know whether or not, one of them may have, ended his suffering or anything. I don't know how to say that, in good terms on YouTube. But he may have, did the deed. And I couldn't do nothing about it. I couldn't, I couldn't prevent it. There was no way, because I was stuck inside the stinging picket box. There was no way I could do anything. I was stuck in there. There was no way of me helping anybody. There was no way of me solving any problems or anything like that. If something happened, it happened. Well, right side for me, nothing happened. It was all good. I was freaking out just because, Well, from that point, everything was just crazy. Did I know what in the world I was going to do? No, not at all. Did I know anything that was going on? No, not at all. Did I have anybody check in on me, make sure I was okay? No, not at all. And that's okay. I mean, I was used to it because it's the way that unit is, and it's normal. But from that point of not seeing anybody do their job, it kind of bothered me because nobody was doing their job. And if nobody's going to do their job, then how in the world are we going to make sure that the inmates are safe and that the public is safe? That's what my biggest issue was. We didn't know whether or not anybody was safe. We didn't know nothing. It was just, let's hope. That's all there was. That's all it was. And that's not a good thing whenever it comes into a prison standpoint. Well, from that point, we finally get a hold of somebody. Or that female officer does. She gets a hold of somebody, starts talking to them, try and figure stuff out. Well, we're like, are we ever going to go home? And they were like, well, why didn't you call so-and-so? Well, we tried calling so-and-so. They said we had to go through so-and-so. Well, did you call so-and-so? Yes, we called so-and-so. Well, from that point, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. Well, then we finally got a hold of our unit, told the lieutenant at the time, and that we needed to talk to somebody. Well, from that point, we finally got a hold of it, and started handling some business, figuring everything out. Then all you hear over the radio is, well, it looks like our unit doesn't care for our officers because they didn't send them a relief. That's kind of messed up. You don't say that over the radio in front of everybody. That's wrong. You don't say that. That's just pure rude. And it's not right. It's not justified. You can't justify none of that. They did it anyways. Okay, well, they did it. Okay, that's cool. Couldn't change anything like that, so, oh well, you know. It is what it is, you know. Oh. But from that point, it just kept getting worse and worse. The whole night just kept getting worse and worse. The more you think that you're getting, you know, something done, something good's gonna happen, the worse it got. So you don't build your own hope up and stuff like that with that unit, with the Helios unit, because it's a rough unit. Let's go with that. It's not a unit you want to get trapped on, because ain't nobody gonna care. Ain't nobody gonna listen. Ain't nobody gonna hear you out, make sure that you're okay. Nobody cares. That's what the problem is. That's what a lot of people's problem is. People don't care. Well, when people don't care, it gets worse and worse. You feel? Well, just from that point, it just kept going and getting darker and darker day. There was no way that we were gonna, there was no way anything good was gonna happen. And from all of that, I came through, and of course, we made it through. It was okay. Everything went good after we got out of that unit, and we got back to our unit. Told everybody what had happened. Turned out I really wasn't even supposed to. I wasn't supposed to be the one to have to actually go to that unit. They just pulled some strings to help out another officer so they didn't have to go. And that's okay, but it's wrong, That's called, dishonesty, distrust. There's no way that I can trust that. Because if you can't have my back and, be cool and cordial with me and just tell me straight up this is what's going down, then how in the world am I going to be able to trust you? You feel me? I hate being that way, but in a prison standpoint, you kind of have no choice. Because if your bosses, or if your rank system can't be enough to be able to help you out and be there for you, then that's wrong. I mean, I got hundreds of stories, dogs. If y'all want to hear some more, I can sure enough tell you some more stories, because I enjoyed this. It allows me to vent it to y'all, and then y'all listen and y'all hear it out, and y'all get a good grasp on what my daily routine is, basically. It can be crazy, it can be cool. I could tell you some fun stories, because I have some, but I'd have to know, because I'd have to wait on y'all to see on whether or not y'all are interested in this type of thing. Of course, it's still gameplay and we're still vibing and all that good stuff. But other than that, I just gotta have some feedback on that one, because I enjoyed it. It was pretty nice, if I do say so myself. So just leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate y'all watching this video, and I'm thankful that we are re-getting to where we once were before I took my big giant break. And I'm so thankful for you guys, because y'all are just purely amazing. All the love and support that y'all give me all the time, it just makes all y'all so much better, because if I didn't have y'all and y'all's support and everything like that, I probably would have lost it a long time ago. I've been in YouTube for a long time, and I haven't had a channel that's, went through thick and thin so much, and it makes me want to, still keep going. I really haven't, because normally channels, they die and then you can never revive them. Well, now mine's getting revived, and it's done this like 2, 3, maybe 4 times now, and that's awesome, guys. I really appreciate that with y'all. Y'all are just phenomenal. Just keep up y'all's great work too, guys, because the more we grow the channel, the more popular we get, and the more people we can actually talk to and have a good time with. Just know I appreciate every single one of you. Y'all are amazing, and I love every single one of you guys. And I appreciate all the conversations we've had, all the good times we've played, and some good gaming sessions with some of my subscribers. Y'all are just great. Y'all are great. And I really appreciate everything that y'all do, guys. And I hope y'all have a blessed day. But other than that, this is Mike's Way. Let me get to this chest right quick, because I want to be able to collect this before I sign off. I also want to know what that is. But this is Mike's Way. Oh, it's a yacht. We're going to make that our home. That's awesome. But this is Mike's Way. And I am signing off.